women. Movo is training women in learning how to ride. And
you can imagine, we had our motorcycle gear, like protective vest, like shoulder pads. Like I never ride without full protective gear.
आउट ऑफ से ऑस्ट्रेलिया से और बेल्जियम से 2 वुमेन राइडर्स आ रहे हैं यहाँ पे हमारे हैदराबाद के रॉयल एनफील्ड शोरूम को आ रहे हैं। गुड इवनिंग फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम बैक टू द अनदर वीडियो। तो कैसे हो आप लोग, ठीक हो कि नहीं? सब ठीक होंगे यार। तो फ्रेंड्स आज का वीडियो जो है ना, आज आउट ऑफ से ऑस्ट्रेलिया से और बेल्जियम से 2 वुमेन राइडर्स आ रहे हैं यहाँ पे हमारे हैदराबाद के रॉयल एनफील्ड शोरूम को आ रहे हैं। बोल्ट मोटरसाइकिल्स करके है हाईटेक सिटी में। तो 2 वुमेन राइडर्स आ रहे हैं ऑस्ट्रेलिया से और बेल्जियम से। उनके नाम मैं आपको वहाँ जाकर बताऊँगा और जाकर उनसे मिलते हैं। तो आज का व्लॉग वही होगा। Let's chit chat with women bikers from Australia and Belgium। तो ख़ास करके हैदराबाद को पता नहीं वो इंडिया एक्सप्लोर करने आए हैं या क्यों आए हैं यहाँ पर पता नहीं। वहाँ पर जाकर उनसे बात करेंगे तो हमें पता चलेगा क्या है करके। तो क्या है बोले तो बोल्ट मोटरसाइकिल जो है वो हर संडे इवेंट्स लगाते हैं, लाइक बाइक राइड्स लगाते हैं। तो इस संडे को वो लोग आने वाले हैं यहाँ पे हैदराबाद को। तो उसका भी हमें इनविटेशन आया था, तो इसीलिए मैं जा रहा हूँ अभी हाईटेक सिटी। तो हमारे साथ जॉइन होगा मेरा दोस्त सिद्धार्थ करके, वो मेरे साथ आ रहा है। तो सिद्धार्थ और मैं हम दोनों जाएंगे हाईटेक सिटी बोल्ट मोटरसाइकिल शोरूम को। तो वहाँ जाकर 2 वुमेन राइडर्स से मिलेंगे, बातचीत करेंगे, थोड़ा बहुत मिल जुलेंगे यार। आखिर को वो भी राइडर्स है और पूछेंगे कहाँ राइड करे वो लोग ऑस्ट्रेलिया में, बेल्जियम में। लेट्स गो एंड टॉक विद देम। तो मिलता हूँ आपको मैं डायरेक्ट। जाते मेरे फ्रेंड को पिकअप करते हैं सिद्धार्थ को, उसके बाद डायरेक्ट निकलते हैं हाईटेक सिटी को। यार 6:30 को ऑफ बोले थे, ऑलरेडी इट्स लेट हो गया है। 6:30 तो टाइम कितना हो रहा है? 6:30 यहाँ पे ही हो रहा है यार। गए जब तक 7:15 हो जाएगा आई गेस, लेट हो जाएंगे हम। बहुत सारे राइडर्स जब तक आ जाएंगे, कोई बात नहीं, होता है कभी कभी। आई गेस वो भी लेट ही आते होंगे। तो मिलता हूँ थोड़ी देर में, मिलता हूँ यार। अरे ऑटो वाला ओवरटेक करना भाई। ये भी एक जन सामने वाला हल्लो जा रहा, इन्हें ओवरटेक नहीं कर रहा। वाह अच्छा है भाई, फ़ोन बात कर ले तो चला यार। आधे को गाड़ी, वो भी इतने धीरे जा रहा है। पीछे वालों कुछ भी ये करो फिर। तो मैंने मेरे फ्रेंड को पिकअप कर लिया सिद्धार्थ को। अभी देखो पंजागुट्टा फ्लाईओवर के पास हूँ गाइस। फाइनली देखो आ गया हूँ साइबर टावर। तो ये है साइबर टावर पीछे, और वो रहा हमारा रॉयल एनफील्ड का शोरूम। वहाँ पर यार बहुत ज़रूर वेट कर रहे हैं, यहाँ से बाहर से दिख रहे हैं कई लोग बैठे हुए हैं वहाँ पे। तो वो रहा शोरूम। लेट्स गो एंड सी कौन कौन आए हैं। अपने दोस्त भी है बहुत उसके अंदर ग्रुप में, देखना कौन कौन आए क्या है, सबसे मिलेंगे जाके। बस छोटा सा यू टर्न लेना है, फिर यू टर्न से लेफ़्ट लेना है, बस उतना ही। फ्रेंड्स फाइनली देखो आ गया हूँ रॉयल एनफील्ड शोरूम को। देखो रहा, ये अपने लोग बाहर अंदर बैठे हुए। तो बाइक यहाँ पर पार्क करते हैं। ये देखिए 450। हाँ नाडू बादाम, चलो चलते यार। ओ अंदर बैठे हैं ऑलरेडी।
ride and be safe on the roads. And I was very interested to come along and meet some of the women who had been learning to ride and how their lives had changed as a result of being able to ride a motorbike, like my own life had changed. And yeah, so.
And we had no information if women were even allowed to ride a motorcycle across Iran. We knew that we had to, the law in Iran is like the only country in the world where you're obliged as a woman to wear a hijab, to wear a headscarf and what they call a manteau. It's like a at that time it was like a long, like dress type of thing. Yeah. So, and we had, you can imagine, we had our motorcycle gear, like protective vest, like shoulder pads, like I never ride without full protective gear. So knee pads, boots, I think we had like big boots. And so that, and on top of that we put the manteau. So we looked like Hulks. You know, it was just incredible. I have pictures from that time and it's like, that looks really funny. And then of course we have the headscarf, and on top of that you put a helmet. So you ride with these robes, I would say. And then of course, I mean, these robes are like, you're sitting on a bike and it's like the wind catches. So you very quickly have like burning stains on the side of these. So you need a bike manteau and one for the city. You need to buy two, otherwise you look like very, yeah. So this was 1999, and but yeah, information was almost non-existent for women. So we tried it, we tested it, and we were so welcome in Iran. People were like amazed that we came all the way from Belgium. They were just like, did you read? Women and men. We got rounds of like applause. People had like analog video cameras. They started filming us, and they were just like, and women especially, but also men. They were just like, wow, that's. I mean, traveling this way. So I'm not a bad storyteller. I'm not a bad photographer. I'm a pretty good photographer. I'm a good graphic designer, and I love traveling, and I'm on a motorbike, so I connected all these dots, and that created the project that I'm doing now, and it's called Shiras, and it's about basically women and their vehicles, any vehicle. Of course, I'm a biker, so I connect very easily. I could make a book like this about women bikers, stunning women bikers only. But I wanted to make it larger, like to look at women and trucks, or airplanes, or bicycles even, horses, tuk-tuk. In Tanzania, in Belgium, France, Italy, Germany, UK. So there's some Hindi somewhere, here, and there somewhere. And I can read it with Google Lens, right? Works. So yeah, I'm super proud of this unique thing, and I'm not gonna wash it. I'll be very careful. But yeah, that's like the most precious thing that I have. All the rest you can back up digitally, and this is how.
Alright, I hope by the time we reach their age, we're able to do at least a little of whatever they have covered. Because I run a gym and I train women. I know what it feels like for me when an 82-year-old, the oldest client that I train is a woman and she's 82. So when she comes up to me and she says, you know what, today I moved the gas cylinder without taking my husband's help, I know what that feels. So these ladies out here trying to highlight the whole thing, and of course every woman has their own struggle, like she said, when you move out of the house. And they're paving path for them and highlighting. I'm sure these stories, if not 100, would at least inspire 10 of them, and those 10 will make an impact on another 10. That's how it goes on, right? So like if I'm training an 82-year-old lady, if she goes into a party and if she meets another 82-year-old lady and she says, you know what, I go to the gym. So you know that 82-year-old lady would be like, oh, is it? Is 82 meant for gym? And then she would be like, yes. So it holds a major impact on everybody, right? So listening to their stories, I mean, hats off to you all so it's an open Q&A session for all of you all. If you all have your doubts, I have quite a few. I'd like to question them too, and of course they will share their experiences with you. Please, please.
Yeah. One doubt or something else. So, out of all these countries, like, which culture did you like the most, and who's the most welcoming people of all of them?
So I did visit many more countries than just 10. It's just for this project I've done 10 countries.
Yeah, in this project.
Yeah, in this project, cool.
Come on, you got to say
Because I went each time with a personal contact, so I had researched everything beforehand. It's so nice just to meet the person that you have reached out to. And they're always welcoming. Like Tanzania, I went to the women taxi motorcycle riders. I met a woman pilot, and they were so friendly. And it was the first time for me being in this way in Africa. I had been in Africa before, but not in this way. So that was very nice.
Aboriginal Australians there. So I needed to find out more about this. So my motivation was that, you know, there was a history there. I was part of it. I needed to know what that was, and I needed to hear others' voices. So I found out through the university where I was that I could travel to the north of Australia, and that was the beginning of my learning. I had an Aboriginal mother. I have two Aboriginal mothers now, and they instructed me so that I became understanding of a different way of thinking. So from my understanding with languages, I knew that there's a philosopher in the past that called the limits of your language are the limits of your world, and that's Wittgenstein, yeah? And so to the level of difference, I then was instructed through Aboriginal way of looking at the landscape, which is an indigenous way of seeing things. So I realized the depth to which the different ways of bringing the way that you see and do things can be infiltrated by others and without understanding the local voices at all. So I ended up spending 20 years in this space in Desert Australia working with Aboriginal peoples. I've worked with maybe 20 different language groups. So a bit like in India, there's they thought there were about 250 plus languages when the British came. Then at the time that I started working in the year 2000, they estimated 80 to 100 with 20 that was strong. And strong languages are 3,000 speakers, and there's only 3 of those. The most are 300, and then would go to one of the languages. I think, oh well, you know, I did that, and you know, I guess that was enabling me to do more from that. It gave me more motivation to continue these long rides, and now I don't try to drop my bike anymore. So it was a good learning experience in the end. But in the middle of it, I was like, oh, very stressed. So that's probably about it. Yeah. So, which wasn't to get me the insurance I needed. If you bought a new bike there, you had to be a resident or you had to be a UK person, which I wasn't. So I had to hire a bike. So the only bike that I could hire was 750 Yamaha, not 10 but it was something that was top heavy. I forget the name, it started with T, but anyway. And you know, I'd only been riding for 4 years, and I'm like, I'm going to do this. And then when I got this bike, you know, it was all well and good. I started off from outside of London. They said, so I got it for a hire for a month. plan B. I couldn't have my own bike, so I just went and hired it. And it was great fast bike, but it's quite top heavy, and as a woman, I found it quite hard to keep completely upright on the roads of England, especially along the coast, were very steep, and there were lots of winding roads, lots of narrow roads, and areas where I may have been standing still, and I might have been on a slope like that, but I'd go to go forward, and then suddenly somebody would come, and I'd catch it. I'd be slightly off center, and I just could not hold it as a female. I had to drop it, and so this happened several times. And the good experience was that many people came to help all around. Yeah, but I felt like, oh my God, I can't do this, because I was dropping it on average at least once a day. And it was not good. And I was like, oh, pull yourself together.
Please give us a cheer. All the ladies, please.
तो फ्रेंड्स देखिए, फाइनली वुमेन राइडर्स से मिल चुके हैं, और यार बहुत कुछ एक्सपीरियंस शेयर किया उन लोगों ने। तो अभी ऐसे निकल रहे हैं घर के लिए, और रॉयल एनफील्ड वालों ने जो भी आए हैं उन सब के लिए ये कुछ अरेंज किए थे, सबके लिए कुछ स्नैक्स नीलोफर से। तो जो भी आए सबको दिए थे कुछ यार। तो चलो अभी निकलते हैं यहाँ से। Yes.
Nice.
The old one.
I have this same one, only red and black. Yeah.
And actually, he's a YouTube vlogger.
Oh. What this?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Broken.
I had the silver color.
Silver color, old model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Model, right? And this one, new model.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I like
Yeah, I bet.
one. Yeah. You have
450.
You have the no. Maybe
Black.
she has it.
Oh yeah.
You have it. Yeah.
चलो बाय
All right. You take care.
बाय बाय। तो फ्रेंड्स यार देखो, वो लोग जा रहे हैं। बाय बाय। तो चलो उनको बाय बोल दिया यार। तो अभी जा रहे हैं घर को, यहाँ से वो भी जा रहे हैं घर। सोच रहे थे कुछ राइड प्लान करने के लिए, कल या परसों वो, और 4 दिन यहाँ पे ही रहने वाले कहते हैदराबाद में। तो देखते हैं कुछ राइड का अपडेट आया है तो जाएंगे उनके साथ, एक राइड, छोटा सा राइड लेंगे। तो यार वो लोग ना बहुत शेयर कर रहे थे एक्सपीरियंस उनका, क्या क्या डिफ़िकल्टीज फेस करे राइड पर, लाइक लद्दाख राइड पर, मनाली, और इंडिया में जितने भी जो भी मतलब वो लोगों ने राइड किया वो सब हमें बोल रहे थे। तो अच्छा लगा उनके साथ मिलकर, वो लोग उनके पूरे जो एक्सपीरियंस वो फेस करे वो सब बोल रहे थे। सो नाइस यार, अच्छा था। तो चलो अभी वीडियो को यहाँ पर ही एंड करते हैं, तो चलते हैं घर पर। तो वीडियो कैसा लगा यार कमेंट करके ज़रूर बताना, और चैनल पर नए हो तो यार ज़रूर सब्सक्राइब करके जाना। कुछ पूछना है तो कमेंट बॉक्स खुला ही है, कभी भी आप मैसेज कर सकते हो कमेंट बॉक्स में। तो चलो मिलता हूँ मैं अगले वीडियो पे, तब तक बाय बाय, टेक केयर।